Hello everyone, welcome back to Replay Studio, and we're here with another episode of Haikyu, episode 19. The last episode was phenomenal. We won straight sets against Datetech, and Hinata finally got his moment to shine as the best decoy ever. We're going to be playing against Seijo, and I don't know. I don't think this play that we've been relying on as far as using Hinata to distract the other team to give them tunnel vision. I mean, I don't think it's going to work against Seijo, especially since they have faced them before. But they've now seen all the utilities all the tools that we have at our disposal. And I think this is, I want our team to win, but I think this is going to be the one where we may not make it. Of course, there's Oikawa, who's a powerhouse. I'm torn because I like Oikawa as a character so much. Oddly, I know this is blasphemy. I like him a bit more than I do Kageyama in truth. But we'll see. Whether or not our hard work will not be a waste. Asahi has gotten his confidence back finally, and I think that will make the world of difference for the upcoming matchup. Sugawara, of course, is still very much involved, which I'm absolutely loving, and I think his strategic way of thinking and giving them hand signals and stuff that they can communicate across the court will be a key element in helping them. If not defeating Seijo, will come close enough. But I'm just loving that he's still very much involved with the team. But I'm worried. I'm worried. Anyway, guys, episode 19. Let's check it out. That's easier said than done. Yeah. I haven't seen him said, have we? I love that he has his own chat. Yeah, they set the entire mood for the game. Oikawa the conductor. Yeah, that means they know each other very well. I don't think anyone on our team has that history. Impressive. $25-12. I'm sure Okawa didn't go all out. Now they care about the volleyball team. They're calling Shiratorizawa. 25-6. Damn. They'll be talking about you guys soon enough. Don't worry. Why aren't they talking about Karsuna? They beat Datetech. Okay. That'll motivate them even more. Alright, they're fired up. Yeah, I don't think they drink beer as Yukai. Bad analogy. That means they need to work on their receives though. Because they suck at receiving. Oh, they recorded Seiju's match. But I honestly, I don't think it's going to reveal all that much. I don't think Seijo had to go all out against that team that they went up against. Good. That's what he needed. I guess everyone's been doing recon. It's funny because Karasuna's coach is watching the replays, but Okawa is the one for his team doing it. He's the captain and the coach. Why does everybody have such a nice chant except us? Okawa's cheering squad. Win so you can get those girls over to your side. Yeah, they're pumped up. Oh yeah. It kind of mastered that in 1 week. It'd be pretty sweet if he somehow managed to save the match though. Kick his ass, he will.
術的なことはよくわからないけど、チームがいい雰囲気なんだなっていうのはなんかわかるよ。
Someone he used to look up to. This coach doesn't appear to be doing much. I need to get the first point to set the tone of the match. Oh, we're finally getting to see Hirakawa set. A setter dump. They got the first point. And in the worst possible way. Setting them up to fail by telling them that. But it could be. Don't focus on what he's saying though. Don't let him get into your head. Ah, they received it. Nah, he's not doing it a second time. Oh my god. A spike into a set. Yeah, but Arakawa wasn't there. Their conductor wasn't there. Nice one, Kageyama. It doesn't. His teammates didn't even know that was coming. Get in his head too. That was a great start. It was a great start to their match. Uh, I'm forever impressed by Okawa. I said before that I like him. I like him slightly better than I do Kageyama, if only because, and it's something that they brought up in this episode, that Okawa is able to bring out 100% of the potential of his teammates, and I think that's due in part because he has that relationship with them, whereas Kageyama is still very much distant from everyone except perhaps Hinata, and even then they still argue, which is friendly banter, but he doesn't have that relationship with the other members on the team. Um, I said Okawa and Iwa were having playing together since junior, I think. So they've been friends and they know each other, trust each other. That's something that Carson just doesn't have. But I mean, that's still just two players. He still manages to do that with all the members on his team, which may work against them. I feel. Um, it's good that he's able to do that, but it still feels as though that means the entire team for Sager is relying on this one player to carry them. And that's something that I've said since the very beginning that I'm against, because I mean, this is a team sport. I think everyone on the team needs to be good, and maybe they are. They spotlighted Shirato Izawa on the last episode, and the focus was mostly on the ace. I'm blanking on his name now, but he's one of the top aces players in this prefecture, I think. But the he seems to have been what's carrying the team, but maybe he has a good team. I'm not sure. We haven't seen him play as yet, but we have seen Seijo play, and it's a bit evident that the other members of the team, maybe minus Iwa, just aren't up to par. Especially considering that they lost to Karasuno, and Karasuno was not at their best. So that has me concerned. I still don't believe we'll be able to take this one. I think it's too soon, story wise. But at the same time, their weakness is that they're reliant on this one individual. I mean, if Okawa gets injured or they have to, for whatever reason, substitute him out, then the team would be significantly weaker. That the same. I don't believe the same would be said for Karasuno. Sure, Kageyama is very skilled, but I think Suga can still carry the team well enough that he can win a match. But yeah, I think their greatest strength, being one person, can also be their greatest weakness as well. So we'll see. But I mean, that it was a fantastic start, especially with the setter dump that they're both competing on. I mean, Okawa set the tone of the match, and then Kageyama, countered likewise. So it'll be interesting to see how different their play styles are, because even with Kageyama doing that, I don't think he should have. Because it was obvious his teammates didn't know he was going to do that. When Okawa did it, I think that was expected. I think that was the plan. But I think Kageyama trying to compete with Okawa may disrupt the teamwork somewhat, because he's letting Okawa get in his head and say, okay, I'm going to show him up. If he can do this, I can do this just as well or better. I'm going to show you. And I think that's him allowing Okawa to get in his head, and that may mess up the teamwork a bit. So he needs to focus on, I think perhaps eventually he'll be as good, if not better, than Okawa, because the anime has presented him as being this prodigy. So eventually he'll get there. Although he's not a protagonist, I think he's kind of right up there with Hinata. So he'll exceed Okawa's expectation and become even better. But now is not the time. And now is not the time for him to try to be better than Okawa is. He has a better team in my mind, and that's what he needs to focus on: having the better team of the two, and winning with that team. So we'll see, guys. But that was another fantastic episode. I can't wait to see what the outcome is. Be sure to post down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this episode. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys with the next one.